Hello and welcome to another Triad Gamers stream here on the Triad Gamers network of entertainment. Um, I am Nick, your host, as usual on these weeknights, although it may differ when Belmont joins us. Which, if you have not seen last Thursdays, I highly recommend the Boyfriend Battle Royale that we did. Um, as always, we let's do some Legends of Runeterra tonight because I it seems to be a habit. People seem to tune in and like it, and so we'll keep this up, and I'll just kind of keep going. No, before we get there though, as always, we have loads of content at this point on triadgamers.com, so feel free to check that out, as well as Instagram and Twitter. We have at Triad Gamers. Again, that is Triad as in three, and Gamers as in gay and gamers. Um, so feel free to check that out. I don't have anything particular, but there's a lot of fun stuff at this point, and we're definitely doing a lot more highlights. So in case you haven't been able to catch streams previously, want to see what we're more about, feel free to kind of check that out and see what's going on. Now, tonight I don't really have any goals. I'm kind of more just trying to get up ranked a little bit because I actually don't know how long the Season of Fortune that's going on lasts. I presume it will probably last through this festival, which if you're not sure, there is an event going on, the first event of its kind, Spirit Blossom event, which is another 22 days. So I presume it goes through that, just in terms of timing, but it might overlap. I don't know. I'm actually not aware on that one. Um, so that is kind of where we'll go from there. Let's see. So I was thinking, as the title kind of suggests, sorry, tonight, I was thinking of running some of my Ezreal Karma. That seems to be a really strong deck right now. We might make changes through the night. This is something that I net decked a few weeks ago. You may have seen it already on here, and I played it a few times. But some things in it got hit by the nerf hammer a bit in the last patch. So the big one really to look at this point is actually it's just Will of Ionia basically. So Will of Ionia now costs 5. It is still usable. I actually played a couple of games of this deck already today. It's still usable. It definitely is not as go-to savior as much. So we might look for kind of another spell to use at that slot there in the at the end. I mean, Progress Day is always good. Some kind of hex tech shenanigans, things like that. We might kind of figure out and go that direction. But for the time being, I think this is probably going to be the best for now, so we'll stick with it. Maybe go True Shot Barrage in the future. Unfortunately, it's not quite as good removal because this is going to be a lot better for things that are high in uh, high in their power or their health. Sorry, I kind of blinked there. That's kind of why those are the ones to go to, and you still have that. But there are other 4 and 5 slot spells that would still work. Obviously, Spirit's Refuge is pretty nice. Suit Up is great. It just kind of depends on what we're feeling at this point. Otherwise, we can also go lower and get something that we can spam and get more value out of it, of course, as well. That's always an option. As always, if you have any questions as I go on, feel free to bug me in chat. I will definitely answer. I'm kind of got it up on this other screen here. So feel free to kind of check out that. Otherwise, I will kind of go through the idea that there's nothing crazy going on. Oh, thank you, Lena, for following. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Uh, we are now I think at 16, which is awesome. We never expected people to start following us, so I thank you so much, and thanks for coming in. I hope I can show you some fun tonight, and hopefully we do well with this. I still not sure. This deck's still pretty good though against the current meta. Very aggro-y. Removal's good. So we're gonna try and let's see if we can at least get up in the upper tiers of bronze. I mean, I'd love to get to silver, but I don't think that's happening tonight. That's gonna take a little more climbing with how it's the ranked in Runeterra is definitely very grindy. So it's something that definitely you kind of just have to keep spamming games and hope that you're winning them. And I'm hoping that's going to be us tonight. So, oh, not a lot in there right now. Might be a lot playing labs right now, honestly. I know that's kind of a big thing right now. There's some fun stuff. We might play that later if people want, but for right now we'll kind of go with the idea that. We'll go from here. This one's not terrible. We have some removal, we have some plays. Yeah, we'll keep it. Oh, the other bird's taking a bit. So I'll just do a nice little spam of hi. Why not? You got him, use him. Why not? So I haven't been playing as much Runeterra just because at the same time in Runeterra they also did an event, a Spirit Blossom event in League. So I kind of got stuck with now, I'm like, well, now what do I do? Because I have two different things going on at once. Well, we're just gonna pass. Maybe we'll kill that next. We'll see what they do. And we're very okay with this kind of spells-oriented deck of taking some early damage. The only thing is if they are a deep deck, getting this out turn 1 is really good for them because they're well on their way. Yeah, they're well on their way for some shenanigans afoot. I hate to play that, but I'd rather put this out to kind of deter them from. Actually, I'd rather do this, because what I want to do is basically hit them with the static shock next turn, because that's going to remove both of those. They don't heal anything from this, and they just toss. So I think that's kind of better to go that route. Before we do anything, it's probably best to do this, get that out of the way, because we don't want them to heal from our damage, basically. We don't want to lose ground in this game. They got rid of their other one-drop another one-drop that tosses, so that's good. Oh, we're okay with this trade, so we're definitely gonna do that. Because if we can trade with that, that's amazing. That doesn't take. Then that's not taking our Ezreal. It's not taking our stuff. So yeah, we're fine with that trade. That's very good for us. Because we get out a chump bump, a very standard. It's very standard follower to get out at this point. Yeah, because now we can put this. They're not going to attack with their Maokai, and we have officially kind of slowed them down on their own attack, which is really good. We're definitely going to play an Ezreal, because we want to get that nice free 2 damage Mystic Shot from the Ezreal, especially if we got stuff going on here. Because they're getting very close to 15, unfortunately, so we don't like that.
One shot, all skill.
So we're gonna do this. Oh, I forgot that that can be a thing. You play enough of elusive, you just don't think about it. But I mean, we'll go ahead. We'll trade this, I guess. I guess not the end of the world because we do get that off the field, but that was a stupid play. This is where in the title I mentioned mistakes are likely, because I'm just not paying attention. Of oh yeah, they have elusives in deep. Yeah, they're at 23 already. This is probably not going to go well. This is one of the really bad matchups for spells if they get going, because you can see that they're just burning through their deck really quickly, and I'm not as confident on this one. If we can get rid of the Maokai before anything happens, I think that should be good. But let's see. So we have 6 mana to play with this turn. Probably the best thing would be to not commit to anything really. Because they're probably going to challenge here. So we're going to want... Huh. 'Cause we can't do both of those, so... Let's see. I don't think there's a good option, except to just do this. And then hit OK, because we don't want to... Basically, we don't want them to stop. They're probably going to attack, but it's better to use some mana so they can't just pass and then we're stuck with all that mana out of nowhere. But yeah, they're probably going to challenge that, which is to be expected.
I refuse to wilt.
I am going to personally stun here. Because basically the point of the Ezreal Karma deck is not necessarily to hit them at face a lot, it's really to get Ezreal and Karma out so you then can basically just play spells to hit them to the face. You never actually have to attack them. It's kind of the plan. Obviously, there are, like I said, there are some matchups where they are so aggro there's nothing you can do about it, and Deep is one that really works to get down there into the lack of cards. Let's play this. I think this will be best if we can really, really latch into how many things can we get.
Vengeance from the sea.
So see that? That's the unfortunate one there, is that that card is not good for us if that's out when they go deep, which is right now, because of course it is. I think probably the best thing we can do is make them replay it. I think that's the hope. So I think we're going to go ahead, we're going to do this. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much here that we can do. Yeah, because we don't have Ezreal or Karma at this point, so... Oh, I hit exit, didn't I? I just got so worked up, you know? No. But no, that was an unfortunate matchup. I mean, Deep, as you've probably seen if you've seen previous streams, Deep is something that really, unfortunately, is a tough matchup to play against unless you have a lot of, basically unless you're playing Vengeance. And generally in an Ezreal Karma deck where you're trying to copy spells at the end of it, you don't really play a lot of that, because doubling a Vengeance is just going to kill the same thing twice. It's not actually getting you much. Whereas doubling the damage, well, that's a different story. If you can do 2 Mystic Shots, it's actually 4 damage, not just 2. So that's kind of the play at that point. Come on. To go from there. So it's one of those that one of those matches that don't match up well. Ezreal Karma is really good at controlling the board when it comes to a lot of attackers trying to swing at you quick, but not so much, hey, I just want to burn out half my deck so then I can have really strong creatures. Once they get to a Nautilus, and if they have the Nautilus in hand, they're just going to play out all their sea monsters, which are going to be an extra... They're basically going to be an extra 3/3 on the stats at that point and be very efficient. Like, they played a 7/7 for 0 at that point. There's no coming back from that unless you can get rid of the Nautilus on the play, and we were too far behind the curve. They were getting both their champions at the right time. Everything was working. They got all their toss cards perfectly as they need to, so that was a nope, but we'll go ahead, we'll try again. And I think we're just going to keep playing this. Yeah, we didn't lose too much from that. I'm guessing they're probably a little further up than us. If we're really having trouble, we'll probably switch decks, and I'll just switch the title, but as far as I understand, this is still a strong deck archetype, and nothing's really changed with it except for that Will of Ionia. The rest of it's still pretty strong. Honestly, a lot of the patch notes recently were really more around bringing down the power of Brahmin and Nivea, because that got very strong together, to the point where that was dominating play. Ooh, Swain Ezreal. I haven't seen that match up a lot. So we'll see. There we go. We got some early game power. Rummage is kind of awkward at this point, because you really want to play it when you have Karma basically around to really kind of make it a lot bigger. Ooh, they have one of the new Spirit Blossom people, so they actually got the battle pass for that then. So that's kind of cool. If they're not playing anything, I'm not going to play anything either, I think, because I'd rather wait, get out something that I can use here. Yeah, I hate playing it, but when you have it this early, you don't have anything really else to do for it, it's good to get this out. Wow. Okay, well, they're already getting their... I mean, that's already 3 for Swain right there. That's annoying. But no, we're gonna pass. What they're gonna play is the question. Okay, they're gonna play that. So we probably want to just kill it, because we're not gonna like that. So we're gonna go ahead and just, as I said, kill it. We don't want them replicating spells from our deck or something, because we have a lot of good spells in our deck. That's kind of the point of it. So we don't really want that to happen. And yeah, we'll just end it. We'll bank that spell mana. we'll just take our time on this, and I think we're just gonna play. We're just gonna put out an Ezreal.
Or you'll miss me.
Like I said, we can just get some free Mystic shots with it, and that's kind of the plan. Now they might have a removal spell. Oh no, they have a stun. Okay, that's close to the same thing, unfortunately, but. But I think we're just gonna pass then. That's, you know, perfectly understandable. We're not having too much of a problem with that.
Master your demons.
Silent as death.
Oh yeah, I forgot this also actually was nerfed. It's now only 1 power, which is still pretty rough. Honestly. I think we're gonna stun here. Just take it. Like I said, we'll just survive. We'll try to keep going, and we'll hope for the best. Oh, I think we're gonna try to attack with these. Oop, not with that one. Hopefully, they're not gonna have anything. Is the idea.
You dare oppose Noxus?
Well, we do have a stun, so actually, it's probably better to use the recall here. 1, it uses more of our mana, but 2, it actually will mean that they get rid of the elusive, and they have to spend basically their whole turn replaying it, which is actually pretty good for us. It makes them have to choose, do they actually want to replay the Swain for not much value on their part.
Glory.
Yep, okay. I see, I'm okay with this, because I basically am keeping that tempo below. That's the control portion. You're keeping the tempo slow, because you want to make it to Karma level up at 10 mana. When she gets enlightened, aka you have 10 mana, that's the big thing. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I mean, I wasn't really going to block with him, so it's not a huge issue. They're gonna attack, so I might as well just let them do that. Ooh, I don't like that. So we're just gonna do a quick deny on that. This is why we kept the deny up, so we can stop them from killing my stuff. And also stops them from getting damage, so we just don't want them doing stuff, basically. I think I'll trade one of these. I don't need to trade both, but I'll trade one. Yeah, we're just gonna bank some mana. It is kind of unfortunately wasting mana, but oh my gosh. Is there a way for us to stop this? I don't think so, unfortunately. So we're just gonna lose Ezreal, unfortunately. But we'll hope we'll draw another one, basically. They had a bunch of spells to get rid of it, and I know, you know, it makes sense why they're doing it. Like I can't be mad about that kind of thing. But okay, we're gonna get in for 1 damage. Because we can. We're gonna see what they play, basically.
What you looking
Fair enough.
for?
We're going to play a Karma.
Ionia speaks through me.
We're gonna hope that they don't have.
I
Yeah,
got the
okay.
goods.
It's best probably just to have as many spells as possible at this point. Yeah, to do some stuff. Okay. Because we're gonna have to do a lot during the next turn. Ooh, what do we get? Fair enough. I mean, that can help a block happen with this now, so that's something. Basically, we don't want these. Yeah, so we don't want those Nexus strikes. So we're gonna say, put this here.
It's too late for you.
Make that a 2/2. block like this. We're gonna hope for the best, because I'm not very confident on this one that they don't have something. They have something. Fair enough.
Save me, Luke.
That actually worked out really well in our favor. Yeah, I'm okay passing then, because... Well, actually, I might go ahead and play my Eye of the Dragon. Okay. And they're only doing 2 damage to it. We're gonna play this, I think. Because then we get a free Dragonling to heal next turn. They're probably gonna try and kill this, is why they set it up that way. What if it just wasn't damaged, though? Right, because yeah, that just doesn't, that will fizzle then, right? If it's not damaged? Yeah! I've never tried that before, so actually I'm really happy it worked, because if that didn't work, I would have looked really stupid. Okay, so Karma's leveled up. So, even though we don't have Ezreal, we can still get a lot out of this. We just won't do the same kind of things that we would normally do. So we want to do this. Oh wait, before we do that, let's do a burst spell. Let's do this first, because that's gonna get us 4 spells in hand, so we can kind of get a better shot of what we're doing. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna do this. Actually, we're gonna do this. So I feel like that's a good play.
Order, sir! Bring forth our army.
Oh, they surrendered. See, that's the thing. This deck often gives you surrenders because once you get Karma out, you're generally getting a lot more value from a duplicated spell than you are from what they're playing. I mean, those, if you play Magic the Gathering at all, it's actually really hard to copy spells in Magic the Gathering. So you generally don't see a lot going on there. But in here, it's actually pretty commonplace, because the spells are generally not as crazy. And, oh, do 2 damage or something. Okay, well, you're generally going to, play that normally. There's not a whole lot of ways to bonk it. Okay, so we're looking for 2 more wins, basically, in Ranked, and we're going to level this one up. I wanted to start getting through some of those spirit goals because they just start getting you these petals, and these petals get you stuff. If you haven't known that, I recommend checking out if you haven't seen it. The only one that's going to be really tough is challenge units. I might actually try to grind that one at some point with an AI game because that one's just going to be tough. I don't have a lot of challenge decks. I have the Sejuani decks, which have some in it, but that's going to take a very long time to get 100. This one's much easier, so I don't know what the idea there was, but we're just going to go ahead and keep getting stuff. And like I said, we're going to just keep trying and pushing Ranked and see what comes of it, really. I mean, I honestly haven't done too much in terms of Ranked play before. I am terrible at brewing, which is what I was kind of worried about, but I was able to find a lot. Honestly, mob.gg is really good for just getting deck ideas, at least. I've mostly copied a lot of it and then maybe changed around a couple things if needed. But it's honestly not too bad. Okay, this is a Draven Lee Sin. So this is like the aggro that I was talking about. I expect them to really try to kill me quickly, but I have ways to get rid of Draven, so that's not too bad. I don't think we need 2 Ezreals. I'm really thinking of taking the Shadow Assassin out. Honestly, it's not nearly as good as it was. When you had a 2/2 with Elusive, that could trade a lot better, but now it's just kind of bleh. I mean, I don't feel great playing it, honestly. Oh, great. So they just get a Draven now, which means I'm really in trouble. I do have a recall to deal with it, kind of, but I really don't have a lot of damage to deal.
We each hold a world within.
So I guess the hope is kind of to... Yeah, they're going to hit me for 3 then. There's not a whole lot to go around there. But I do have a way to heal 3 if it gets the problem later. This is a Noxus deck, they might be just playing Burn. Hopefully not, but we'll see. Let's Oop, not that one. Let's put out Ezreal. I'm afraid of them dying, but I think they'd want to play the Draven on 3, so that should help. But I kind of do want to get that Mystic shot as soon as possible to start affecting their board. The fact that they're not playing anything worries me. Makes me think they're going to have some spell or thing that they want to do. No, they haven't. Okay. Fair enough, and that's fine by me. Because I'm a very slow deck, so if they're not actually keeping up the pace with me, then I probably am going to win the game. Not necessarily, but... Oh, maybe they were just afraid of me doing something with Draven? I don't know. But... No, I don't think so. I mean, I'm going to kill the biggest fan. I mean, at this point, I got a Mystic shot, might as well do something with it. Yeah. Because they don't have enough spells to do Dragonling or anything, so it's not like that's a problem. But honestly, I've been seeing a lot of Draven decks come out because at this point, the speed of a discard deck is really good. I haven't actually built one myself. I need to do that, I think, this week. But having a lot of things you can discard in your hand to get you value has been really, really good, and it's really come out of the woodwork after the Anivia control kind of fell away. So I am kind of excited to see a lot more of that. Honestly, some of that could go in here. We have Rummage. We could get some stuff that are spells that when discarded do something. We don't have a lot for discarding of things, but... Oh, that's probably not good. We do have Recall. We could recall Draven to really mess with them. Well, maybe they didn't want to do that, really?
Oh, take your time. Got axes, neat.
Yeah, I thought they'd want to do this. So the nice part is what I can do is this is where, see, Will of Ionia is still really good in this scenario because, for instance, I can basically push Draven back, especially if they use a Spinning Axe on it, or anything on it like this, they use mana. They actually can't play Draven now. This is actually huge. So we're going to do this. I'm still going to take a damage, obviously, but this is going to save Ezreal. It's going to target something, which is going to level up Ezreal. And they really don't have anything at 2 mana that can interplay with just taking their minion away. Like, they can buff it. They probably have a lot of stuff that can buff it, but just the minion being gone is not going to be something they really can do much about. And we have double Mystic Shot now, so next turn if they play Draven, we really could just kill Draven.
I fight with my spirit, not my fist.
However, they have played 2 spells now, so they're going to get a bunch of units on board. They're not going to be able to block anything, so they're just going to die unless they can move that Ephemeral, but... yeah, we're going to do this. Again, just getting that free Mystic Shot in your hand is so good in this, because it basically just gives you so much control over the board when you can just, you know, hit something, get it off the board. But yes, I'm hoping that the idea is I'm hoping they play Draven, because I want to get rid of Draven. Yes. Because I don't want them to have Draven, because basically these aren't nearly as good unless they're not on Draven. But yeah, so we're going to go all the way, we're just going to get rid of it. We're just going to say, nope, Draven's gone. Any trades you can do are really bad now. Because that also allows us next turn to actually play Karma, and if we can get Karma out early, it's not nearly as bad as it seems. Fair enough. They're basically just going the route of... Don't know why they're doing that. Because that's just going to go away. I don't know if they realize that. Yeah, no, I'm finding the round there, so that's all going to go away.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Oh, they just want to cast another spell, probably. That's what it was.
All mean well.
Doesn't have Challenger, though, which is the nice part. I'm going to take a lot of damage. This is probably not great. Let's go... So we're taking 6 if we just stun him. And stunning him would mean... Well, we couldn't play Karma then, so... I think we're just gonna stun him. Yeah, let's just stun him and take it. Because then we can heal.
And stuff, but could you maybe
And then that gets the Claws of the Dragonet, and we have multiple minions out then, or followers. I keep calling them minions. I know that's a term for other characters. So, but yeah, the idea here is to stun him. They probably don't have Deny in their deck. Yeah, well they do have Ionic. Wow, they do have it. Okay. Well I'm just gonna take the full then. Fair enough. I will give them that. Oh, because it didn't think I... Okay, well I'll just use the 2 mana then. I didn't have 2 spells because of the... Yeah. It didn't... The problem with the cast here is that I'm used to Magic, where cast means that you just put it out there, but if someone kind of cancels it here, or does a counter spell of sorts, it doesn't actually cast it, which is kind of annoying when you come around to it.
I don't miss.
We're obviously gonna get this, like I said, get the free Mystic Shot. Basically, we're just trying to control the board and not die. I am actually fine with this, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Because I don't think they have another 3 mana spell that can actually save their Draven before I kill it.
Charge.
At that speed, yeah. So I kill the Draven, I get an Ezreal in my deck. Yeah, I had to play back out Ezreal, but honestly, that's not the end of the world because we're still getting Ezreal procs, basically. I think I'm probably going to play out the Shadow Assassin, honestly. We can get Ezreal out on a later turn, we can get Karma out on a later turn, and
Clear your head. Let
I
your
think just getting
instincts
another
lead.
card that we can use, yeah, something like that is great. We've only played 1 spell, so yeah, I'm finding them around here because then they don't get their little dragonlings on the attack, which could have been really bad.
It is me!
We're just gonna get rid of that. This seems like a big overpay, and it is, but honestly, we just need to get that off the board. Giving something +3/+0 against our board is really bad, especially with Overwhelm. So, they likely have no way to save it then. They've spent a lot of mana on it, which is the idea. I'm betting that they don't have another Draven, which is the idea.
Spring does not pity winter. It's too late for you.
I take... I go
Relax,
here. I take
subtlety.
3? Yeah, I think I'm gonna block here. Because that way, if they have something to buff, hopefully it's not going to be more than just 1 health. Whereas there, if they buffed it, I'm taking damage, it's still on the board, I don't actually trade. Oh, this one's a little more precarious than I usually like it.
Spring raindrops.
I haven't played a lot of spells this round, so I don't feel as bad. Next round I can get Ezreal down, attack. I might not actually even attack. Yeah, yeah, I do.
The world's a big place. Let's see all of it.
See, again, I'm kind of okay with that because I'm just going to attack with Elusives then here in a bit. Because they're basically using their mana to try to refill their hand, which I've been doing, so I'm actually in a pretty okay shape on that. Obviously, I'm going to attack, because that's a good idea. They might do things. I'm hoping they don't. Because honestly, what I'm trying to do is get Ezreal to the point of a good level up here in a bit. So I think we're going to go ahead, we're going to do this. Get rid of that one. Let's see, how close are they to Lee Sin? Okay, they've already leveled Lee Sin, so actually I'm okay with this. Like I said, that was just a fleeting one, so.
spirit gives to those who listen.
We're gonna get rid of that then. Because I really like that not to be able to do damage to me next turn. Because I can still kind of deal with the 2/1s. Not well, but I can. And that's kind of the idea behind it. I don't know what they think they have for that. There we go.
This hurts.
Because that's one more target, and that's the nice part. Okay, so I'm now enlightened. So if they play anything, I play Karma immediately.
Let me show you.
Cool, that's a Karma immediately.
The answer lies within.
Because now I can get rid of stuff like
Where there is life,
very easily.
there is hope.
And that's the plan, basically. Which means they don't have lethal, as they thought they did, which is the plan. The only problem is they do have something, so I have to play again around the spinning axe, the fact they can give one more attack power, basically.
You cannot escape.
Act with conviction.
Obstacle? Meet gauntlet.
That's going to level up Ezreal, which means that he'll be a 2/2. And they'll only hit me for 1 is the plan here. Now they could buff this up and hit me for 2. They could buff this up. Well, they can only buff it 1, so they won't actually kill the Ezreal, which is the plan. They buff this up, they won't get through. So they would only buff up the Eye of the Dragon, and that would only hit me for 2. And I'm getting a lot out of this right now. Absolutely a lot. This is kind of bad for them. Because I can just play out my Karma next turn and do a lot of crazy stuff.
Like I've got better things to do.
But at this point, unless this other card that they have is a buff, this is not going to save them, the Spinning Axe. In fact, that will actually make it a lot worse, probably because they lose their card that they have.
Firing. They don't know
Yep,
what
so that
they're
levels up
against.
Ezreal. Second Mystic Shot deals damage to their Nexus. Which they're just going to heal back. I know this, but... Obviously I'm going to play Karma first,
Speaks through me.
because now all my spellcasting is pretty good. We're getting them both down, hoping to draw another one of these, basically. Because we can draw another Static Shock. We basically can take out both of these with one hit. Okay, we got a stun. That's not bad. Got another stun. Fair enough. We're going to end round. I don't want to attack into it in case there's some trick they have. I'd rather just have some fun here in a second.
Me too, kiddo. Me too.
I'm just going to stun it this round. Honestly, I think that's better than the recall. Because 1, it can't attack that on its own attack stat. And 2, I hit them for 4 damage. And 3, I actually get 2 of these and that. Which means I just completely overwhelm them on the board. Like that's where this you can start to see where this combo deck kind of starts going off. I mean, honestly, I think block this here, block that here, block that here, and then if they do something funky with this, I just stun it.
Look what you.
So that was really favorable for us. Yeah, I'm okay passing, honestly, because I'm just going to get value basically at this point.
It's not bragging if you can back it up.
Face me.
I mean, I don't think they'll want to block here, so we're going to do that. But basically, they're dead at this point. Unless they can find something with these spells. They can find two things with the spells, because I'm going to deny whichever one they play, unless it's a burst spell.
This is gonna hurt for you.
Seems like a weird trade, unless they just can tell that they're dead, like I said. No, you can't do that. Now the thing is, if they're going to deny back, they have to deny twice, and this is immediate. That's why this starts getting very difficult to deal with at 10. I'm also hitting them based on both of these. And, I mean, they now have a bunch of spells. Yeah, see, this is about the surrender. See, like I said, you can take the damage early in this deck. You can see that. We got down to 6. You know, we could take it. It gets a little iffy there at the end, but if you can get to that 10 mana you have out in Ezreal, you have out in Karma, you're going to win. The opponent can't outpace you at that point unless they've already gotten so far ahead that you've already lost by that point, which you're probably not playing Ezreal and Karma and have them out still. So, let's see. So we just need to strike the Nexus a bit more, which this deck is doing. So we'll get to that pretty quickly. Again, challenge units, this has no challenge in it, so we're not going to get through that very quickly. But that one's for the whole event, so that doesn't have an extra. So we'll just get through that normally, and then this one we'll start working our way through that. But it looks like we got a new icon, so I was going to go check that out. Yep, here we go. The Spirit Blossom Festival icon, which is kind of cute. I like it. I still think I'm going to keep my... Oh, no, I like it. I'm going to change it. Let's do that. Have some fun with it. There it is. Yeah, I actually have a fair amount at this point, just I think from playing, and some of these came with it from the beta and everything. You know, this is from the last season saying I was bronze. Let's not play with that one. Okay. Oh, apparently there's login issues right now. We're not really having that issue, so I'm fine with that. Of course, I accidentally clicked on the button next to it though. There we go. But yeah, I think getting through this is the big thing. So we're gonna play one more. That probably is gonna lead us to break, but we're now in bronze 3, so we are moving up. You know, we are moving. It's just a question of how far can we get today if we get on a good win streak. I mean, we could get to bronze 2, bronze 1 even, depending on how long the stream goes. So stay tuned to find out, obviously. I don't know a lot of people playing ranked. Usually it's pretty quick to get somebody, but maybe just being Monday night and it, like I said, the labs actually for this one, the special game mode is pretty cool. You get a pre-made deck, you get extra health on your Nexus. You know, you're generally playing some really, really solid matchups. We were playing someone who was silver last month. Uh-oh, that's probably not good for us. And they're playing a something. I don't even know what to call this. So Quinn and Misfortune work well together. I get that one. Twisted Fate's a little weird to put in there with it. Unless I just wanted to put in another Bilgewater champion, but you'd think you'd just go all out, do Misfortune. Yeah, they're on the attack. And these are kind of the ones that, like I said, you start having a little issue with because you have to stem the aggro base at this point. You can't play what you want. You can't develop your board. Well, I'm going to play this out.
We each hold a world.
So that's going to give me enough to still do Mystic Shot if I want. I'm going to attack because if they block here, that's an amazing trade for me. Yeah, I didn't think so. And then, yeah, we're just going to end the round with the 2 spell mana because that's the way you do it, you know?
Finger on the trigger. I've got us covered.
Yep.
The dragon binds
Definitely going
us.
to block there. love how they think it's probably a combat trick is the problem. No, I'm good. Thanks though. And then we're just gonna play out an Ezreal. We're gonna start building some tempo. You know, if we're actually against the slower deck, this is generally a mid range you kind of see. They did hit me, so obviously get a card from my deck. But they did. If you can kind of get a little bit more of a trend going here.
One shot, all skill.
Interesting. Well, they're not playing a TF, right? TF is 3? It's 4, yeah. So that's an interesting choice because...
Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Firing!
Yeah, we're probably gonna bank the 2 spell mana. There's no reason to play that. We can get it out there with 2 spells out of nowhere. Now the thing is, they don't have a ton of mana, but they kind of built themselves into a point where they kind of have to play a bunch of cards now.
We Demacians are no easy prey. Stay on the target.
Yeah, maybe not that yet. We're gonna play this.
Silent as death.
They're probably gonna challenge something. Oh, you're gonna silence that.
Scouting ahead.
Interesting choice. I mean, I guess that works. Yeah, we're gonna skip the block here.
No!
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
Still heart, steady aim.
Your lesson begins.
Problem is, what I was trying to find was a cheap spell to play, because if I can find a cheap spell to play, I can possibly do something about what's going on right now. That's definitely not seeming to be the case right now, so we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna play Karma. We're gonna try and hopefully get... Ooh, that's actually good. Ooh, they played out their mana, so that's actually really nice for us, because I can do this.
I never.
And we're gonna hope to have some answers. We do have the static shock, which is why I'm doing this. We have a way to deal 1 damage easily to things. That's kind of nice actually, so we could trade if we wanted to. Boom, we have a stun. Oop, can I play? Yeah. Yeah, let's get rid of that before they do any redoubled. That's why we got it down to 1, because we could get rid of it really easily. And we're really causing them some issues now, which is the plan. I'm actually kind of amazed how many issues we're causing them, I'm gonna be honest, because...
Boys.
Okay, we're almost enlightened. We're at 8 now. We're getting some oh my gosh. Some of the spells we're getting are pretty crazy for our deck, I'm not gonna lie.
It's not bragging if you could back it up.
Okay. So they're just stealing our cards, basically, trying to get the cards up. That's fine. Okay. So they stole one of our stuns. That's actually really good to know.
Be nothing left when I'm done.
play that.
Firing!
The order rewards its faithful.
Clear your head.
Let your instincts speak.
We're gonna lose the Dragon Link, but honestly at this point, I think getting these two out is a lot better for our blocks.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Okay, we have one level to still save karma. What do we got? If we play this, we don't have enough to play her back out. So I think it's probably better just to deny it. Then we still have the recall up if we need it.
Reconsider.
Okay. Yeah, see here I'm still okay passing. I'm honestly in a really good position here.
Peace begins within.
Okay, so we're gonna want to target something first, basically. So I think we're gonna, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so I'm okay doing this.
Night falls.
We got our fleeting, which is nice. But yeah, we want to target something first before we do much. I think we're gonna do this. Yeah, just that. And that's gonna go ahead, level up Ezreal, and we're gonna start going a little nuts.
Charge! Boys! Check me out!
The dark beckons.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna end the round here because we don't need to push it at this point. We're getting a lot out of this. The static shock's gonna be awesome.
Nothing gets between me and my mark. Scouting ahead.
Did you do any barrier tricks or anything?
Charge!
And see, this is why I was saying you basically have won at this point. Like there's no, yeah. See, there's surrender because it's just you have so much. You don't think about spells a lot when you're like, oh, it just does 2 damage or anything. But when you can suddenly make it do 4, and you're dealing 4 to their Nexus, 2 mana seems like really cheap for that suddenly. So it's definitely something where you start to really get a good chain going if you can get both of those out. Again, that's why you'll see a lot of things. We're trying so hard to get rid of my Ezreal, get rid of my Karma whenever it came out, because they knew that if that combo piece got together, if they both level up, you don't even need both to level up really, you just really need Karma level up, but if you can get both leveled up, you just have won. There's no coming back from it unless you're out of cards, which as you saw, I had almost full hand at that point of 10. So it's unlikely to happen. What I get? Ooh, I actually don't know this one that well, but that's actually really good though with let's see, with a Nibby? No, because that's the stun will go on to stack before the damage happens. I don't know how that works, but that is kind of cool though to think about. Right. With some good anthem effects or things, that would really be good. But I think we're at the point where we're just gonna go on a short break, and I will be right back in a little bit. But in the meantime, you have yourself, you get, you have a break, get some water kind of thing, just like me, and I will see you all in just a few minutes. And I am back. Okay, so after some thinking and break, I am thinking that we could find a better 3-drop for specifically for it than the elusive, because we're not using it to attack, and that's usually what you look at the elusive. So I don't know the Shadow Assassin is correct. So we're gonna go and we're gonna look around. Oh, no, there we go. We're gonna look around and see what we can find. So I think we're gonna filter it for just units for right now. We're gonna see. I mean, there's the Eager Apprentice at 2, which will get us more spell mana, which is probably pretty good for this one. But and at 2/1, it's probably better to put. So that's already a pretty good option there. Let's see, what else can we find? This is not good. I mean, Puffcap Peddler's never a bad choice. It is a 3 for 3, and I mean, you're getting poison Puffcaps in there for every spell you cast, which obviously this one wants to do a lot of. So that does not hurt at all. River Shaper actually got buffed, so that's actually pretty good too. And it already has a better, basically has the stat line that Shadow Assassin had before, and it will generally net you a card. I mean, because generally that's just a strike of some sort, aka someone didn't use a spell on it. So that one's not too bad either. That would give us definitely a lot of value, and then we're into the 4s. I don't think we want to go that high, because our curve right now, generally 3s, we don't want to cut more 3s at this point. Yeah, I think that's still a good option. So we're between Puffcap and River Shaper. So I think this one's good. Let's see, so let's define what we're good at. So Puffcap Peddler is going to be good against the Stalemates, which we haven't been hitting a lot of. Okay, we're going to try it with River Shaper. I think we're going to take out Shadow Assassin. We're going to throw in 3 River Shaper, mostly also because we have 3 River Shaper. We actually don't have 3 Puffcap. So let's try this. That will get us some more spells to kind of, you know, not only target with Ezreal, but also kind of look for more things happening. The only thing I'm a little confused on is I need to go for the spells. There we go. We don't have this in our deck, which is interesting. Insight of Ages. We instead have Deep Meditation, which I guess it's giving you 2 spells for 5 to. Well, one change at a time. Let's make one change at a time. We're definitely thinking some other things we could do here that might be good. And get excited when stuck with how many cards we're getting. Gotcha in general is actually pretty good because there's no discard, but you still get to do the 3. It's basically the downside instead is just it costs 1 more, but that's not too bad for us, so that's probably pretty good. You know, we'll probably look at things like that and see. But for now, we're just going to change out that minion in general, because I think that's going to be better for us to get the River Shaper in there, get some spells early, because we really do need those spells to help control the board. And I don't think the Shadow Assassin was doing much except being a blocker, which so could River Shaper for the same mana, and you get something instead of just a random card draw, you get a spell specifically, which is good. So let's try it. Let's go to play. Oh, did we look at what our other... What's the new mission, actually? So, 2 of 10. Toss cards or kill enemy champions. I think we do a lot of killing enemy champions in this deck, so we're gonna not have too many issues getting that. We've definitely caused, I think, the opponent to get pretty mad on some occasions where we're just taking out their champion that they were using, so we'll go that route. Oh, here's another deep deck. Okay, like I said, so here's another one where we really have to hope that they don't get the right cards, which it's pretty hard to do because you generally have things. Oh yeah, so these are going to be actually too slow, which is kind of crazy to think about, but there we go. We need this early stuff. We need to be able to really get stuff on the board and deal with early, you know.
What's that noise?
Yeah, the guy has for interesting. So this oh yeah, I guess there's sacrifice stuff in this deck. Now that I think of it. So. Got a lot of removal now, so they put something down I don't like, I can just get rid of it.
Lady Elise, where are you? No, 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 no! The world's a big place. Let's see all of it.
Let's just see how many Mystic shots we can play this game. Maybe that's our goal. We're really not getting much going, which is nice. So we're kind of getting some free time, really. I think actually we're going to play this. Drawing that spell I think is going to be really good for us. Because if we can start loading up our hand with spells, I think that's really going to make the difference.
I don't miss.
Get a target on them, still hit them for 1. Basically, I'm baiting them out to do something. Yeah. Wow. That's an odd time to do that, but okay. It's not like that's getting extra stuff for it. Okay.
Charge! Can't stop me.
Yeah, we're gonna lose that card, but it's fine.
Blood guts, golden glory.
We're kind of setting up for next turn for this to be 3 mana. That's the plan, and then have 3
Get out
spells.
of here. No sweat.
Currents pull them down.
This seems fine.
A gift from the river folk.
Ooh. Never mind, we're playing this. 'Cause that's still the two different spells. Oh, that was a good draw. See already, River Shaper. Oh, and we get another River Shaper. This is just getting better and better, isn't it? Yeah, so this is only gonna cost 3 mana to do now because of the. But yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get another strike probably on our River Shaper, which means we're gonna start loading up spells in our hand, and that's quite good for us right now, actually.
Nailed it.
Oh my goodness, this is getting gross now. I'm officially on board with River Shaper. Okay, wow, that buff making it a 2/2 was very good. They're gonna go deep soon, but they really don't have deep cards, so I don't know kind of what their idea is here, but let's do this, because it only costs 1 mana. We have the spell mana, so we want to really kind of delay them into doing anything as much as possible. Because then we're gonna do this. Because I don't want this. I don't want them to go deep. Basically, that's what I'm afraid of right now. I don't want that card on the field when they go deep because it'll be harder to kill. And that's a bunch of targeting on that, so that's perfect. And guess what? We're gonna get our little 2/1 Dragonling, which is nice. Now they did go deep. There's nothing on board to really worry about with them going deep, but they might have a Nautilus, which is gonna make this rough. We might have the chance of, if we can make it to Karma late and keep the Thermogenic, we can do, like, for instance, it would do 16 damage if it copied right now, which would actually get rid of a Nautilus. So we kind of have to keep those cards safe now. So we're probably just going to draw a lot of spells. Because yeah, I don't think we want to play Karma yet. I think we want to just get the spells in hand. They're probably trying to figure out what they want to do at this
take
point.
your time, pal. It's not like I've got better things to do.
Because at this point, they're kind of at a weird spot. They're really behind the curve, even with the deep deck. And a lot of the stuff they're going to play... Let's see if I can get something. Let's do this. Save the Ezreal. I have a blocker for the 7/7, which is nice. Which is going to heal me too. Oh, they didn't even attack with it. Nice.
What is gained when you
Perfect.
return malevolence?
We're going to play the Ezreal.
Don't blink, or you'll miss me.
Yeah, we're basically sucking all the spells out of our deck. Which is kind of the plan at this point. And the thing is, with them playing things, they're actually losing a lot of their cards. Which I think is kind of the point for us at this point, to really push. So we're going to attack
Stop bragging
here.
if you could back it up.
Sweep them away.
Let's do this. Yeah, I think they're just going to be able to do that. I mean, I'm kind of okay with that, because they spent a lot of mana to kill that.
What form will the waters take? We swim within the flows of magic.
Okay, we're almost to the point of Karma. To the point we might actually play it this round to really get that going. They surrendered. Okay, so they actually must have really got behind their curve there, and even playing a Nautilus. They must have got rid of a lot of their C. Because that was very uncharacteristic for a deep deck. I was amazed I was ahead. I think me getting rid of their early units kind of hurt them a lot. They probably had some stuff that they needed to sack something or something for it. I don't know of anything offhand, but fair enough. I will take it. There was no champions to kill, so I guess I didn't get further on that because they never gave me champions to deal with. I'm guessing they had a Maokai, and the problem is playing Maokai at the end there would have meant that they were tossing a lot of cards when they played other cards. And so I think they just got really scared there at the end where they were just going to run into the end. And I was about to hit 10 mana. So if that's the case, I can just take some of their hits. That's the one thing about deep. If you have enough chump blockers, things to get in their way, you're kind of not in trouble because that can kind of do. Oops, someone's still playing Braum and Anivia. Let's see. I have a lot of ways to deal with an Anivia egg. So let's replace this and that. This is not a good starting hand, but the thing is we're playing Braum and Anivia, so wait, are they an actual Riot? Oh my gosh, if they're an actual Riot employee, this is not going to go well. Why are they in Broads? They're a Riot employee. Come on. I trust Riot employees should be doing better. Nope, we're just going to bank up some spell mana. They're probably doing the same actually at this point. Just going to bank up some nice spell mana, see what I can find.
Leave your bags at the door.
Yeah, you're probably going to attack me. I'm probably going to stun it.
This one's on the house.
We're just going to throw out a 3/2. Because I, like Anivia, want to get to Enlightened. I want to get to 10 mana. So, this is definitely very common. Let's actually see if they trade this. I'm curious if they do.
Let's talk about your
They do. Again, I'm okay with this. Because I have 2 River Shapers to throw out.
Take heart.
Oh, this is actually
I
great.
swim within the flows of magic.
So I want them to try and hit the river, because if they hit the River Shaper, I actually get a spell out of it. So that's actually really good for me. So we're gonna end turn here. So we do have a lot of ways to get rid of Braum in our hand right now.
Show me your best.
Sure. They're gonna get a 3/3, and I'm aware of that.
Gift from the river folk.
But I got a lot out of that. I got a spell, which is the big thing. So I think first... Let's see, how do we want to do this? I think we're gonna do this. To try to bait out something that they're gonna buff it or something. How much mana was that? Doesn't actually show me. Well, we might as well try, because if we don't do this now, we're probably in trouble. I'm hoping that was their only buff. Oh, cool. Actually, they're killing it themselves. Now, I don't know if that counts for my quest, so that's going to be interesting here. But, we'll see. Like I said, the nice part is we're really getting our time to do this. Now, they now can play the Anivia next turn. That is an option. I don't think they're at that point, but it is definitely something they could do. Now, I think I do want to strike something to get a spell, so we're gonna attack. It's gonna allow us to get rid of the static, use the static shock on something. Okay, what do we get for the spell? Recall, nice. This is gonna give them a chance to play, and then we can. But I'm gonna play this if you're not gonna do anything. Just get another spell. At this point, we're still getting our Ezreal up, even though we haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I'm okay ending there. If they don't actually have something to use 6 mana on, that's actually means they don't have their Anivia, or they're afraid of playing their Anivia, which is also really good for. I'm just gonna play a Karma then.
Where there is life, there is hope.
Because. Oh. Okay. Anything else you got? Because I'm just gonna play another one. Unless they have that many Vengeances in their hand, then I'm just impressed. You know what? Because we're playing
Water changes, but
something where this would make sense. Let's get the River Shaper out. Force him to do something.
let us get going.
I really don't want them to have something, so we're gonna do this. We're just really gonna make sure they don't have Braum. Because if they buff it 3/3. Okay, they're draining one from there. Oh, fair enough.
Waters are still.
I still kill their Braum. I find that to be a success for me. I guess that's the way I look at it. Well, we're at 9 now.
Can see the Demacian border from here.
Ionia speaks through me.
Holy crap. Jeez, the Vengeances are strong. See, they know, like, they're playing an Enlightened deck. They know how Enlightened works, I can tell. Well, might as well play that then.
Each hold a world within.
And the nice part, I still have a crazy amount of spells. I can still do some crazy stuff. But yeah, they must be holding out to, like, play their Nivea right on
The dragon binds us.
the time or something, because I don't know why else. Yeah, no, I'm good with this. Like, this is very odd behavior. Actually, I probably should wait to do that until next turn, but oh well.
Light the signal fires.
Clear your
That
head.
comes out.
Let your instincts speak.
Come on in.
Imagination is not experience.
And instinct is
Let's
no
just get a bunch of
substitute
blockers
for
next turn.
planning.
Yeah, see, they're not playing anything, which is, again, like I said, very odd. You don't really see that usually.
How can Brom help? Ooh, tell the one about your door again.
Because I want them to commit to something here. Okay.
Clear your head.
Let your instincts
Anything else
speak.
they're doing? Otherwise we'll just kill the Braum.
And let's take this outside.
Ready yourself.
I'm about to cast a second spell actually, so let's just trade
Spring
here.
does not pity winter.
Yeah, we'll trade here.
Spring raindrops.
And then we're gonna do this. And hopefully it's gonna kill it. Because right now, we're kind of in a weird area where they're not playing Anivia, which is usually the point of this deck. But at the same time,
What is gained when we return
we're
malevolence?
ours is weird. I don't know. I'm gonna play the Ezreal, level him up.
Check me out.
That's gonna help us get rid of the 3-1 on the board.
Or you miss me.
Well, actually, they might just trade the Dragonling. Really? Well, fine. That's what you want to do. I'll just recall him. I'm just like, are they just playing removal and not actually anything? Because that would just be funny. And the thing is, if they play an Anivia at this point, I'm just going to recall it.
We each died.
Oh, they actually get... fair enough. I'm going to play that.
Time for a true display of skill.
This is fun, yes?
Because now we're trying to combo. So you can combo this concussive bomb a little bit. The idea is basically we don't want them to get value out of anything right now. So we're just
One
going to do
shot,
this.
all skill.
We're going to hit them for 2. Because you can still... We've seen mostly the karma half of the combo if we only have one of them.
Me.
Ezreal's still pretty good. Like right now I could do 12 damage to him if I really wanted. Please don't tell me I have another vengeance. Now this should kill them, unless they have something to heal. Which usually in Freljord you just have the Innkeeper will do that.
Firing!
Welcome to the Ezreal half of the combo, which is just, I'm just gonna hit you with Mystic Shots, and it's gonna hit really hard, because, whew. Wow, that went a lot better than I expected it would at that point, but they weren't playing Anivia, and that's kind of the only way they're gonna beat me. So, look at that, killed 3 enemy champions. We're speeding ahead on that now. Lots of gold here, look at that, that's beautiful. Well, we're just gonna keep going, really. Seem to be on a good roll. Let's keep it. Yeah. We beat a Brahma Nivea, which is not bad. I mean, but the thing is, and this is kind of where that matchup kind of fails now for the Anivia, is the nerf, what happened was they took Anivia from a 0-2 egg to a 0-1 egg. Now, well, we obviously have Mystic Shots in that deck, and you saw them. Like, we get a lot of them through Ezreal. But what really kind of makes it tough against a spell deck now, especially, is you have a lot of things that ping for one. You have a lot of things that can trade for one. You know, you have challenge things now. So you kind of get this problem now for Anivia of keeping that egg alive, even with all the ephemeral crazy stuff. So it kind of goes back to being that really, you need heavy control style, instead of just, oh, I'm just going to put ephemeral on it and get a bunch of them. You kind of have to worry about that a little more. Ugh, I'm not getting good open hands though with these. Which is funny, because I didn't change much with the spell. I put in... But we have nice things for removal. I mean, we'll play the Claws of the Dragon at this point. I mean, it's still 2 mana for a 3-2, which is pretty good. It's pretty good stats. I mean, it coming in for free is nice, but early game playing this time. Yeah, especially because they probably wanted to attack with that, and we're going to make sure they can't.
If they mattered, I'd let them live.
Okay, I mean, I'm okay trading here. Because that is not very good for them. If they're a Crimson, doesn't do anything for Swain, doesn't do anything for Vladimir, so... And I want to get to late game, that's the whole point of the karma. How late can I get? Get an Ezreal out, they're probably going to kill it. And this is the one matchup where I hate it, because every time I play something I expect them to kill it with some spell or something, because the whole point of Swain is non-combat damage, so... Wow, no, they're playing out a lot of stuff as just not, because that's where I thought the trade would have been good. They should have dealt 1 damage to the other one.
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah, I guess taking 3 damage would have been pretty bad though too. So, well, we're gonna attack. I mean, duh. And we're not gonna be able to use this spell, but you know, we're gonna attack. Let's not be crazy here. So nice part about having this thermogenic right away though is that Vlad is 5 and Swain is 6. So if they play either of them in the next couple rounds, I can just use the thermogenic to get rid of it, which really kind of hurts this deck, especially since they're not leveling it. If you notice, they're really kind of not doing anything to do it. There's a lot of instances there where they had 2 minions they played, or 2 that really didn't do much for them. So it's honestly kind of weird. Yeah, they're probably going to want to make that bigger. We're just going to pass, because if they start making this bigger and try to go for it, we'll just get rid of it.
Let's move.
Yeah, see, they don't even want to yeah, they must have a really bad starting hand, because they're deferring a lot to me right now.
I don't miss.
Because obviously, I'm just going to, like, kill it right now. Like, they can't summon an ally, so they can block. If they don't block now, it dies. I mean, that's basically how it's gonna go. And I can just...
Where are you going?
See, I can just heal it quick. Okay.
Hang on, Cern.
Because they thought that would kill it, and that was their plan. I can tell. The nice part is we have recall mana if they want to do something more with that. Actually, I'm gonna do this.
Skill and
We
grace
still have
to
recall
carry
mana
your
then if they try to
breath
still
away.
kill it. And the nice part is we can just bring Ezreal back.
By my
and-
hand will Noxus rise.
Lead us to victory, Grand General.
Let's really hurt their attack here. Because they want to play Swain to get some damage on the Nexus, but basically if I'm making it where they have to play it outright then, I can just come back with a Thermogenic then. So that's the reason for that recall. I really want them to play it, and then not be able to respond to anything, basically killing it. Oh my. That is annoying. Guess what's really good against that? Recall! Because they played all 6 mana, so if I can play 5 mana to make them have to play 6 more mana, this is actually really good. Because like I said, it's just basically how soon can we get to Enlightened is basically the point of this.
It's not bragging if you can back it up.
Yeah, I had a feeling, but... Well, let's try something actually. Let's get rid of these. Yeah, it's 3 to something, isn't it? Yep, okay. It's gonna die. Still gonna get 3 on them though, so that's pretty nice. But they actually can't really play much now.
It's just blood, darling.
So I think... How many spells did I play this round? I played the Rummage. Yeah, so if I play this to heal, which I hate to do early, but I basically want to make it where this is cheaper next round. We're gonna get a free spell from this too, which is the nice part. We just have to kind of protect it for 2 turns, which is well, this is giving barrier to something in our hand. Guess what's not really in our hand much, but question is, what do they play with their 8 mana? They play this, okay. Oh, we have the stun, this is great.
It's not me. It's you.
I think because we're gonna get a 3-2, I'm fine trading the 2-2 for the 3-2. Oh. I don't like it, but I get why they did it. I mean, at this point... Ugh, that's not good. Because if we get that down... Yeah, actually, I like doing this and stunning this. Wait, no, that's not right, because this is still going to do damage. Yeah. Sorry, nope. We're just going to stun this, because it's still going to go through. So we won't be actually blocking anything, and we won't be killing that. Yeah, so I think we're just going to stun this and take the damage. We're just going to bank some spell mana for whatever karma creates. Hopefully something good. We kind of need something, but that's not amazing. It's not terrible, but... Oh, this is just getting it extra. Oh, that's... I just noticed why that's good. Uh-oh. Well, let's see what else we can find, shall we? Let's do this, because if they play... Like the Swain, they play... yeah, I can then go say, nope. Dealing 7, so even if they level it up, it will still die. Which hopefully they don't notice that. And they use a spell anyway. But yep, that's the plan to kind of...
Explosives
Ooh.
primed.
Nice. But yeah, we're gonna pass. We're not attacking into that. There's no reason to do that.
My spirit is an unquenchable fire.
Everything's in place. Behind ya.
Your attack is obvious.
Actually, do this
Spring does
then,
not pity winter.
and do that. I'll put this in front of it.
I see every move.
Let's get that back into their hand, because that's going to basically erase 2 attacks of their progress on it. And I only done 1 damage, so it's kind of fine.
My heart longs for
Oh,
the
that's right.
poetry of
Fair
battle.
enough.
You will not live long with that attitude.
Here comes the value train.
Damn it!
Oh, yeah, okay, it still hits it. I was like,
Mother!
I really hope it does that still. Okay, and that actually triggers Ezreal to be full, which is nice. Now, I'm out of mana, which is the only annoying part, but they're also not attacking for a little bit. So I'm actually not too worried about that. I think first we're going to go ahead and we're going to... Oh, actually, how many cards is that? No, we're just going to play Ezreal. No, we really need to do this, actually. I hate to say that, but... I guess, yeah, okay. We can draw 2 cards, it's fine.
They don't know
But we
what
basically
they're
want
up
this to
against.
survive. We don't want them to kill it.
I thought you never
So we're gonna put
asked.
Berry on it for this round. And we're just gonna start having some fun. We have a lot of low cost stuff in our hands. They can't really block it. Okay.
I don't miss.
Let's just go and get another Mystic Shot though, in case they try to do something.
Many past lives in a single soul.
I'm actually kind of okay with it now. We actually don't need Karma anymore. I don't think they realize that.
Victory awaits! The few for the many.
So that has not been leveled up yet. If I can get out of Karma,
Let's see what
I can't attack. So 3 damage here.
You act, but do not see.
That will be fine. Oh, this will deal. Oh, stun the strongest back row enemy. So actually, I'm okay with it for each other.
You cannot win.
I'm gonna do this because that's going
firing.
to kill the Vlad. Oh no! I just realized no, it doesn't. Oh well.
My glory.
I can still kill the Vlad. It's not like it's a problem, but it was just more of like, oh, that was a math error.
A misstep.
My legacy.
We'll
Let's
bring
play a
peace
Karma.
to Ionia,
Shall
whatever
we?
the cost.
Coming in hot!
Yeah, they're dead. They just don't realize it yet. 1, their Vlad's about to die. 2, they don't attack next turn. 3, I'm not killing that Grenader. And 4, I can just hit them for face. Actually, I really can play whatever I want at this point. Like playing Flash of Brilliance, I think actually kills them. Which is even funnier because this card was also nerfed, but it's still pretty good. Yep. See, you don't even need to attack at that point. You really don't. All of your damage is coming from just the combo. That get me to bronze 2 is the question. That it does. Maybe we can make bronze 1 at some point in here. Who knows? Let's find out. Let's see. Oh, I've killed enough enemy champions. That leveled that up, which is nice. So I'm gonna get to quest 3 actually at this point. So what's quest 3? Oh, I don't need to go to a different page. I keep forgetting that. They put it up here. I'm almost finished with this, which is cool. Because that's like the Teemo one, I think. So I might get an icon that has to do with Teemo. I actually don't know. It doesn't say. Spirit of Despair. Win a game at less than 5 or less health. That has definitely been a thing we've done already tonight. Or attack with at least 4 units in the same attack. Well, that's not really happening a lot with this deck. So we're probably going to end up with this one. Or, we'll, like I said, we'll just grind this one out. We'll grind that one out in an AI or something. Because the nice part is that in these, just like with other quests you still get the benefit from an AI game unless it specifically says, for instance, play in ranked or gauntlet like the first one did we had today. So like this challenge units and attack, like that actually I can do with the same deck. I can do that with a Misfortune Sejuani deck. That's what that's meant for, is to challenge people and bring them in. That also will strike the Nexus, so that can kind of get rid of a lot of that. But we're working our way up, so I haven't really gotten the upgrade. I mean, as much as I do like that, like this is adorable when it comes in, but I don't need the shards. I'm not as crazy about that. Not as crazy about that card back. I don't think I'll use as much, you know. Yeah, like it's like I'm kind of looking at like, well, this would be nice, but it's not quite worth it for me to see this when there's other ones I can get that are very similar. You know, the card backs are, you have enough of them. That's like I said, these are kind of cute, but really they're not giving you much from this. If I can get, I mean, that card back's kind of cool, honestly, the free one. So getting this stuff for free, I think, is all I'm really gonna go for. I mean, Epic Wildcard is pretty good. You go through a lot of those getting up. A champion card, just in general. So I think I'm mostly just playing it just to see how far I can get on it and get free stuff. It's not too bad a value, I'll give it that. I mean, this is, I think, $10, right? $10 in coins. So it's cheaper than other battle passes I have around. I think Magic the Gathering, what, 3,400, so that's about 15. Yeah, so you get up 1,000. So it is cheaper. Now, that being said, I also feel like I get a lot more out of the battle pass kind of thing, and it's a lot longer time on Magic. So it's kind of the balance. I think I get why they're doing a lot of aesthetics. It's a very Riot thing to do. They look awesome. Like, that's the thing. I'm not saying no. It's just, I think, you know, I invested my recent money I put into it into the arcade board, which I felt was really cool. So I've kind of done my portion. Actually, it doesn't show it on here because I own it, it won't let me. But I invested in because I like that. I like the music with it, you know. But it's something that I might get more of these as we go on, as I just want to put some money in it. This one I did think was really cool, and I get why it's a little more expensive because it is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, but it also might go down at some point. And there's other cool ones, like the Jinx one is pretty awesome. What's another one? The Hex Tech, I thought, yeah, the Hex Tech looks really cool and sleek with the cards. So I definitely like these a lot. I think they're cool, like the Curse Runes and like that's I like the trees in this one. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so I mean, I'm probably not gonna get much of Spirit Blossom. I like where they're going with it. I think it's not enough to pull someone into the game, which is the only thing where I'm kind of not as sure on. Oh, I didn't realize, actually every PvP win you get one of these, so that's actually really cool. You can actually grind, like in League, where you can grind it and some other stuff. But usually you have to pay for that, so that's actually kind of cool that it just gives you one for free automatically, no matter what. Unless there's a limit somewhere, but we haven't gotten there yet today, and we've been doing pretty alright today, so. Let's just keep running. Let's run one back, and then I'll probably take a break and come back to this. Now, in terms of highlights, if you're curious to kind of check out some of the other ones, we want to watch all the streams on it. I am planning on getting highlights out in the next couple of days for last few Runeterras, kind of putting it all together. Obviously, doing this alone compared to, for instance, things that are done with Belmont, there's less that kind of come up. You know, there's cool card combos, things like that, but generally there's not a crazy ton of things that are happening that, like, wow, that was amazing. So that's kind of where you don't see as much on that as compared to, you know, Minecraft, where we're doing something and, you know, we start joking with each other, or Star Realms, where it literally was us fighting against each other and funny things happen.
No one's the wiser.
Wow, they already got out. That's really good for them. Wow.
Boom.
I'll never get why that's a common. Like that, a 1-drop for the 2/1 that also deals 1 on the attack. Like that is a crazy card. Absolutely crazy.
We each hold a world within.
Let me show you what I can do.
I think I'll just hold the spell mana. It's probably for the best, just in case something else comes up.
I love a taste of the action.
Ready yourself.
We're just gonna do a trade here. I'm gonna have a 1/1 and a 3/2, which is not bad for us. They're just gonna have.
Is that all?
Fair enough. That was a good play. I don't like it, but I understand why it was done that way. I still get my 3/2. They're gonna have the upper advantage than that. I do have a Mystic Shot though to kill off their Crimson Disciple now, so there is a benefit to it. But
Rivers shape the land and give it life.
we're gonna kind of cheat out that we don't have anything. We know we do, but
Remember the objectives.
perfect. Because if we kill it before they kill it, I'm kind of okay with that, because that, you know, that still doesn't give them any value there. Now we're not going to attack, because as if you've been watching this, you see this really isn't an aggro deck. We're not trying to hit them on the face or anything. We're mostly trying to just get things out there that will
Even at war,
help us survive for a while.
Would panicking help?
Kind of where we
brother?
are at this point.
Behind ya.
Okay, so trade
your
here.
attack is obvious.
Throw that
The
here.
dragon binds
Throw
us.
this here. That should be good. Let's block there. Yeah, the thing is they're hitting us for a lot, they're Noxus, they probably have some a Decimate in hand at least. So we're probably in trouble at this point. We do have this heal, which is nice. I'm gonna do this though, to try and get out any extra mana they might have, so they're not keeping spell mana. That's one spell, so let's get a Dragonling to help us next round. So that's gonna help us attack in with a 2/1, heal a little bit, maybe trade with them.
Breathe in, breathe out.
And it's basically the question. Oh yeah, they're willing to take the 2, fair enough. Probably gonna play this now. I mean, playing the Karma is just likely gonna mean that I'm just gonna lose some things. Yeah, some nice stunning. I think I'm just gonna do this. Yeah. So that again, we'll get a 2/1 out. I can heal, trade with it. I actually heal one off of them then. Like I said, we just have to survive, and that's not always easy. But we have healed, and we've gone up 4 health here. So we're doing something. The nice part is we kind of hurt their attack here unless they get rid of mine.
Time for the main event.
I think I'm gonna play this out because then that will probably make them think I don't have anything.
Let's boogie.
The plan is to go here. I'm going to throw this here, but I'm planning on stunning. And then this way I heal 2, take 1, so I still go up to 14. That's stunned, I get a 3/2. Yeah, pretty good. I'll take it. And they have a bunch of mana though, so they can still affect my board a bit. Yep, they have a Decimate. Now the nice part is they're using a Decimate. Ooh, they're using a Decimate to get me to 10. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. They might have a Darius. Oh, that's not good. Well, at this point, I don't think the Chump Wump's going to do much. I don't think the River Shaper's going to do much. Why does it have that? I'm going to attack for this, see if I can get rid of the Draven. I think I'd rather do that at this point. Yeah, we got 3 in.
For the Empire.
Deal 2 to me. If they had a Darius, they would have already played it, so I think this is okay.
For the glory of Noxus.
I'm not as worried about that one. I'm gonna rummage. I'm gonna get rid of these 2. I don't need them. I'd rather get a spell or some sort, or another Karma, which makes me play out a Karma then. Yeah, I'll do that.
Whatever the cost.
Because then we get a spell for next round, which might be a really good spell. Yeah, wow. This is going well. Nice.
Witness true strength.
Stand aside. I've got work to do.
Now, it's unlikely they can save this, and this is the reason I waited on this, because, like, I bet you they have a Darius.
Too stupid to die.
Bet you they're gonna do something like this. Sure enough, here it was. It's probably best to trade that,
every move.
because we're gonna get a Dragonling from this next round, so we're okay trading that. It gives them another card that they really can't use, so that's okay. Actually, yeah, we can't actually block them. Oh my gosh, I can remove Ephemeral. Oh, this is the perfect time to get a Dragonling. Okay, so for those that may have not seen this earlier, we're definitely gonna go ahead. We're gonna use Deathmark, and we're gonna take this. You know, actually, we're gonna attack with it first. Those fast. Yeah. We're going to attack with it first, see if they trade. They probably won't.
Your path
Ooh,
ends
they are
here.
with that. Fair enough. We're going to take the ephemeral off here, throw it onto there, just in case we didn't have to. But we do. So basically what that's going to do is that means Draven dies after this turn, and that's huge. That is huge. I'm okay making that trade because I have a lot of things that can do damage at this point. I think we're going to do this. This is going to get us 4 spells.
Knowledge springs from many sources.
And that's going to be really good. Let's play this, because that's going to really level up our Ezreal. And then I think we're just going to play our Ezreal.
Don't blink or you'll miss me.
We now have a 3-3. Now they're losing a lot of mana here, so this is actually really good.
What is
They must
gained
really
when
not
you
be doing
return
well.
malevolence?
Oh, I feel so bad doing this. Because I know why they're doing it, but a simple deny against this, they have to be expecting. I'm playing Ionia. I honestly don't know why they didn't wait for me to spend more mana, because I would have spent enough mana and it would have been over. Yeah, they're gonna surrender. I mean, if that would have happened, they would have totally caught me off guard, because they would have gotten a Darius out. They would have gotten so many things out.
I knew we had it all along.
But that's why I held that deny. Well, and there wasn't really anything to deny, to be fair. But nope, that was good. Obviously, we didn't have 5 or less health. We didn't attack with 4 units, so that didn't happen. But you know, this one I think is gonna be harder to pull off. Like I said, I think I have to do AIs to kind of push that one through. But we got a pedal, we got 200 more experience, we're just flying through. Now I am going to go on a little bit of a short break, just a few minutes here, just kind of stretch my legs a little bit, drink some water, you know, all that fun stuff. So I will be right back. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat, and I will come to try out some more Ezreal Karma. See you soon. Hello, I am back. Okay, so let's get a few more games in and then I'll probably call it a night. So let's go ahead. Got a lot of meetings tomorrow, so be best to probably get some sleep. An Ash Sejuani, that sounds like a lot of Frostbite. Which I think is okay with mine. I mean, the challenge is a little annoying, but I generally don't have too much going on early that that would really point to a problem with Frostbite happening on it. It's just going to be a problem if they get the Ash out on 4 and then suddenly I'm dealing with them Frostbiting and leveling up. Because that Crystal Arrow is oof. Ugh. Oh, pass. Sorry, I thought it auto-pass, but... Okay, so depending on what their play is what I play.
These old eyes
This
still
seems
see
fine to play
far.
this. Yep, because see, they're not attacking words. If I played that, they'd want to trade it, so... That's the difference there. Oh, let's play
Time
this.
for a true display of
Get a
skill.
free Mystic Shot, maybe.
If they're out there, I'll spot them.
Because more targeting of that, the more I get out of this. Got the free one, might as well.
Charge!
Yeah, it gives them an extra card, but what can you do? Let's see what they're doing now.
Patience.
Fair enough. I'll play one of those.
Clear your head.
Let your instincts speak.
I'll just kind of start making bad blocks for them.
Spring does
I'm
not
fine
get
blocking
winter.
there. Okay.
Fallen petal.
And fair enough. Yeah, I'll pass.
It's not bragging if you can back it up. Nailed it.
Let's just get some targeting in with these Mystic Shots. Well, I'm obviously going to go ahead and do that. Because I don't want to kill that. I don't need to.
Firing!
Our strength is yours.
Okay, that's 2 targets. I kill a unit. I'm
Clear
going to get
your head.
2
Let
units
your
next turn.
instincts speak.
And I still have 3 spell mana. So that's kind of nice. I don't think they have anything for 2 spell mana that's really going to change my
What
board
is
much.
gained when we return malevolence?
Why don't I trust this? I guess because I just don't have a good block to do. Okay.
I don't miss.
Wait, I'm just gonna keep getting these and keep targeting their units because I can level up Ezreal pretty quickly at this point. Oh, well, we're gonna do that for sure.
Charge!
Imagination is not experience.
And instinct is no substitute for planning.
Rivers shape the land and give it life.
Oh, I didn't need to do that. I just realized I was getting 2 free 2/1s. Oh well. Too late now.
The trap is
Not a whole lot you can do. Yeah, I should have just kept it because I'm getting free 2/1s next turn. Oh, that was a bad play. But
Victory requires a sharp blade.
oh well, if you're gonna do that, I don't need to do it this round. Actually, they can challenge something next round, and I can get rid of it.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Have a lot of denies. That's
Glory,
nice.
You are mine.
Hot on the trail. In Avarosa's name.
Interesting.
You lack subtlety.
Yeah, let's kill
Spring does
both.
not pity winter.
We're just gonna kill that. No, I really don't want that to happen. So we're gonna get rid of that too.
Alert the village!
Yeah, I'm good. Unless they really do something that I don't like. But currently right now there's not a whole lot they're gonna do. If they play a spell I want to get rid of, I actually get a dragon next turn, which is nice. Double dragon, yeah.
What is gained when you return malevolence?
It's not bragging if you can back it up.
I think so I'm gonna get stuff out of this.
Stand and defend!
Can't stop me.
A gift from the river folk.
Ancient things trapped in the ice.
Still want to target things, so we're gonna keep doing that. Lover
Give me
Denia,
just a
which is
moment.
the important part. They waited for me to play that though, because they knew I would kill that.
Breathe in, breathe out.
We're just getting these nice little chumpies. That's the important part. From our spell casting. This one is a little rough though because, well, they haven't actually bit me a lot. I just realized they've been doing a lot of Yeti stuff, but they haven't actually damaged my Nexus, which is also kind of crazy. Generally you'd see that by this point, but just curious what they plan to do at this point. Because I'm not gonna recall that. I'm not gonna recall that. I could recall this again.
I'll cut them
No,
apart.
it's not
Face
great
me.
to do that. So I think I'd rather stun that. Are you just? Is that it?
Oh, take your time, pal. It's not like I've got better things to do.
And I'm okay with that being it. It seems bizarre. Yeah, I'm just gonna stun you. Get a 3-2 out of it. That's a target, so we're good on that. I think I'm going to do this,
I go ways to find me mushrooms.
just in case I want to play another spell. I think I'd rather recall it probably at this point. I don't think they can deal with a recall. Yeah. Now I have no mana. That's the only problem. Oh, they're not doing anything. Okay, that's even better for me then.
What is gained when you return malevolence?
Don't blink, or you'll miss me.
Eyes blazing bright as torches.
I'm gonna lose that anyway, so might as well do some damage to something. Okay.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
I can get rid of something. You're kind of full up on followers.
You earn the right to
Fair
call
enough.
themselves
That's gonna get them a
Trifarian.
lot of cards. And sure enough, this dies. As they probably expected.
Charge!
What that does is that levels up my Ezreal, which is nice.
Sharpen the blades, secure the kill. Breathe in, breathe out.
My problem is I don't really have more than one spell that's fast. Ooh. Let's deny that. Actually, that was really bad for them. They should have attacked first. Because the thing is, I probably have a deny, and actually they probably expect me to have better spells than what I do. So I'm going to pass.
For glory, you are mine.
Our banner will lead the way.
Well, we're gonna do this.
The dragon binds us.
We're going to do that. We're going to do this and this,
Your attack
and
is
then we're gonna do
obvious.
this and heal myself. I don't care. I'll still hit them. And that would be a win at 20 health, which is not really what we're looking for on that.
And
But
Ezreal is victorious! Oh, yeah.
yeah, that quest we're not getting that with this deck. Let's be honest here. It's just not happening. Oh, did we? Wait, at least attack with at least 4 units. I don't know, I guess we were attacking actually with multiple units, so maybe we are starting to get level us up. But we did level up the Bandle Scout codes. That's nice. We got 16 petals. We're almost to the next free reward. We got some experience here. We're getting closer and closer to level 8 there. Which we'll probably hit in the probably tomorrow or the next day. But yeah, because we're almost to this, which I actually kind of do like that one. I don't know if I'm going to play with it, but I do like it. So we got rid of one of the big ones, so actually we only have 2 left now, so it's just this one and challenge units, which again, we just don't have that in this deck. But I think we're going to play one more just to see. We've been on a good streak with it. We've been able to control the decks we're facing at this level. Now again, I like to think I'm probably silver, just like in League of Legends, where it's like I can do the basic card playing level, but after that it gets a little crazy. So I would think I should be able to get to silver in this one. I'd love to think I'm in gold, but I doubt it. Just because it's the same thing I have with Magic the Gathering. Is just I'm not great at discovering the next big deck. I'm great at saying, oh, the next big deck. Let me make that quick, so then I have like 2 days to quickly capitalize before someone else finds a way to defeat it. I don't really want that right now. That's kind of the problem with it, is that a lot of the decks I have, like for instance, I got into Anivia Braum, and then they nerfed it a week after I got the deck. So it's kind of like, It's one of those where I'm always a little behind the curve. Now, I happen to find a deck that I can kind of stick with, and I was able to kind of improve it, I feel, with River Shaper. Which is nice. I think we're going to do this, because then worst case we can use Mystic Shot to kill it if we need to. And get a favorable attack next round.
Your lesson begins.
We're playing a Teemo deck? Oh my gosh, we are playing a Teemo deck. Why are they pushing the mushrooms? Like, wouldn't they wanted to wait for that until they have their puff cap out? I don't know, that seemed a little weird to me, but okay. That's what they wanted to do. We're gonna play this.
Don't blink or you'll miss me.
Not that this really makes a difference now, because we can't Mystic Shot, because we used our 2 last round, but... Fair enough. I mean, it seems like a very aggressive Mystic Shot, but hey, I'm gonna get 2 damage in, which is nice. I mean, any damage against the Puff Cap, or, yeah, the Puff Cap ones, the Mushroom ones, they're called Puff Caps, and my brain started shorting out for a second there. Any damage we can get on that is pretty good. I mean...
Water changes but never breaks.
Fair enough. I expect them to probably kill us really quick. I mean, this is a Piltover and Shadow Isles. I mean, they're gonna have their thing. I mean, I have a lot of Piltover spells of my own, so they're gonna have ways to deal with that. It's not expected. Now, interesting, they didn't attack into me, which I find quite peculiar, just because they had pretty favorable.
Over your head.
I mean, I'm gonna want to attack with this just mostly because I want a spell. I'm not getting enough of them, so okay. They're probably like, wait, they're just
What
what?
form will the waters take?
And then I think I'm just gonna play another one, honestly.
I swim within the flows of
Why not?
magic.
Yeah, because they're getting a lot of that stuff out. I think I'm just gonna pass, honestly. I mean, they haven't got a lot of puff caps in my deck, so I'm not worried about a Teemo issue. I'd rather keep actually my Mystic Shot for Teemo, because that's really the easiest way to get rid of them. Or the stun or things kind of like that. So this seems fine.
Think I'm still like a yodel in uniform.
I think I'm gonna progress. I'm gonna use the stun on here. I think that would be a bad trade unless I can get that out now. I want the 3/2 now and from this, so.
Oh, that's a harvest, right?
They might try to get all the puff caps in my deck now and then play a Teemo, which would level it up. The only thing is having a Mystic Shot means that doesn't mean much. I can easily get rid of it. So.
The dragon
This
binds
seems
us.
pretty easy for me.
Your attack is obvious.
Just trade some stuff.
A gift from the river folk. Waters are still.
Clear your head.
Let your instincts speak.
What can I find? A Karma. That's actually pretty good for me. I'm gonna get her out. Because I'm not gonna attack into them right now. That would be bad. So I think I'm just gonna do this, bank the spell mana, and go into the next turn. And that's when I can start churning out these 2 ones that heal me. And
Put on me mask, secure me tail, stop the day.
I mean, their whole point right now is just to get as many of those puff caps in my deck as possible to try to kill me. The thing is, I also know full well that they're on a timer right now, to the point where they really need to rush it if they're actually trying to kill me before the Karma goes off. Because once that Karma goes off, I'm going to vastly outscale them, and I don't think they have a good shot right now of doing that. because I have ways of getting rid of things and messing with things, and I don't know. Just it seems bizarre that they aren't doing more. So we're gonna do this here. We're gonna do this. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do this here. On full all, we're not actually. Yeah. I'd still rather get the damage on them in case I get another Mystic Shot or something from the draw. I'm okay taking the 4, I think, at this point. Yeah, you're gonna put more Puff Caps in, shocking. But I really need to keep this for the Teemo. Because I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to get my Ezreal. Well, actually, they've already attacked, so I have 2 turns to deal with that. I'd rather do this, get Deep Meditation ready, get some spells going. That's where I'm at this point, is just I still need targeting for Ezreal to be good, so I'm just gonna make it where basically they can't hit me in the face as I thought. I doubt they have a buff, right? Oh, they're gonna drain. Well, good thing I can recall her. Still had 5 mana up. That's still gonna help Deep Meditation next turn. I can still go, I mean, I can still go a little nuts with it. Unfortunately, I am gonna have the issue now of I really only can get one of these out, but I think that's still okay, because they start doubling after that. So, like I said, they already attacked. I've played enough spells to the point where I can attack in and heal. I think it's okay. They're playing a lot of copies. Holy, I mean, yeah, they already have the Teemo basically ready for me at some point, but because they're just loading it with Puff Caps and trying to hope that that's going to do something. Which, I mean, eventually it will. I mean, I'm not going to lie.
What is gained when you return malevolence?
I'm actually wondering, I might not play Karma this round. I might actually just play this and wait to see what they do.
Spirit, not my fists.
Oh, I should have just attacked there though, probably. I'm going to attack here. Because I can play 2 of these then, still bank 2 mana. And get a ton of spells, basically. Basically, that's going to keep healing me, which is huge right now. Problem is, every draw of a spell gets, you know, the issue of... Yeah, so I'm just going to say okay on that. So let's see, I want to bank the 2 because I want to be able to play Karma, play Static Shock. Yeah, because I now have a bunch of blockers, so that shouldn't be a problem. They can't attack me. Yeah, they're just loading up my deck though. Yeah, pass. I'd rather get the Karma out.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Have 6 mana to do some stuff. I doubt they're gonna. Yeah. Yeah, it's their start. Get the Karma out. She's leveled up, which is the important part. And then as long as I can keep generating these things every turn, it really doesn't matter much. Which I can, because I have that plus this. I probably should have cast it during that, but I still have this if they play a Teemo, so I mean, I'm I'm not dead on board, but problem is I'm drawing a lot of things. I'm not drawing my heal, but I do have a lot of blocking now, at least. I can actually attack them next turn if I want. What do you have? Do you have direct damage? No. Oh, have I done? Yeah. Okay, so I'm still gonna get something next turn. Yeah, we're gonna end. I don't want to draw more.
What is gained when we return malevolence?
The dragon remembers.
Ours is the will of Ionia.
I think they've got me. Well, we'll just let them believe that. Okay. The only problem is they have a lot of that in their deck, and we really need to find our Ezreal before we die.
Cease.
This is create in hand though, I just realized, so this is actually really good. Especially putting cards back in my deck. This is actually to raw them, but... Okay. Now what?
Lathrian Onvi.
Breathe in, breathe out.
So they can't attack me, which is the nice part. I am taking a lot of damage from them. It's the only problem.
Oh, that's a harvest right there.
I don't want to draw. That's the problem. Can they fit in my deck is the question. Wow, they are doubling down on this, aren't they? Fair enough. They are doubling down on it. I'm just gonna pass, honestly. Like, hatch this to a unit. Now I'm like really regretting getting rid of the heal early, but to be fair, I got better cards, so it's worth it.
I am prepared.
So that is lethal, which is the important part. That is the important part, is that is lethal. And that's the plan.
Knowledge springs from many sources.
Okay, let's see how I do. No, you don't get that.
Reconsider.
I just hopefully don't have 4 behind this one right here. I don't like to depend on this, but we got some RNG going. Come on, 3 or less puff caps. 3 or less puff caps.
What is
If that happens, I think I have a shot. Ah, no, they got it. Oh wait, no, that is 3. That is 3. Oh my gosh. Okay, we might have a shot now. Come on, heal spell. Oh, let's just do this. Let's see how many puff caps I can get hit with. Because at this point, it wouldn't matter. I mean, I unfortunately didn't have my Ezreal, and that meant I could not damage them as well. And so they definitely were doing well on that, but you know, that's how it goes. You win some, you lose some. But on that note, I am getting pretty close to the end here. I don't want to go too far over on time on 10, so because I gotta jump on some stuff. So I will bid adieu on this stream. Now, if you are watching the VOD, thanks for tuning in to see the craziness that of course occurred. If you have not seen us before, we are Triad Gamers. We are 3 gay gamers from Madison, Wisconsin. You can check us out on triadgamers.com a bit more, where we're doing a lot more posting, and we also post VODs and highlights, so that's a good place to go, as well as Twitch. As well as we have an Instagram and Twitter going, at Triad Gamers. And that's kind of the big things. Hopefully next week I can have some other fun stuff prepared or things. I just had a little craziness happen this weekend, but otherwise I should see you all. Thursday is the plan for the next one. Obviously that may shift as schedules shift, but I hope to see you all then. Thanks for stopping by, and you have a wonderful night.